What if everything you thought you knew about consciousness was wrong? Is it merely neurons firing in the brain, or could it be connected to the very fabric of reality itself? The greatest mystery in the universe isn't out there among the stars, it's inside your own mind. Today, we're diving into one of the deepest rabbit holes humanity has ever faced, exploring the mind, matter, and the shocking ways physics might hold the key to understanding you. Get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at reality the same way again. What is consciousness? Let's start with the basics, though there's nothing basic about it. Consciousness is often described as the state of being aware of and able to think about oneself and the environment. It's your experience of reality, the taste of coffee, the sound of laughter, the feeling of being you. But here's the catch: we have no idea what consciousness actually is. Is it just a byproduct of brain chemistry? Or is it something deeper, something fundamental? Neuroscientists have mapped brain activity. They know which parts light up when you feel love, fear, or pain. But why does a lump of gray matter create the vivid movie playing in your head right now? Why does the brain produce a subjective experience at all? Science has cracked the atom, mapped the genome, but the nature of consciousness remains one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in existence. The hard problem of consciousness. In the 1990s, philosopher David Chalmers coined the phrase, the hard problem of consciousness. The easy problems, things like explaining how we react to stimuli, are challenging but solvable. The hard problem asks something deeper. Why does all this information processing feel like anything at all? Why is there an inner experience? You could, theoretically, build a robot that reacts to touch, sound, and light. But would that robot be aware it exists? Or would it just be a mindless machine? The hard problem suggests that consciousness isn't just a product of complexity. It may require an entirely new way of thinking about reality itself. And that's where physics enters the scene. Physics meets the mind. Believe it or not, some of the biggest names in physics have weighed in on consciousness. Let's start with quantum mechanics, the branch of physics dealing with the bizarre behavior of particles at microscopic scales. In quantum experiments like the famous double-slit experiment, particles like electrons seem to act like waves until someone observes them. When observed, the wave-like probabilities collapse into a single particle location. This led some early quantum pioneers like Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg to suggest that conscious observation itself might influence reality. Could it be that mind and matter are not separate? Could consciousness be woven into the fabric of the universe, just like space and time? Even Eugene Wigner, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, said, "It was not possible to formulate the laws of quantum mechanics in a fully consistent way without reference to consciousness." That's right. Some of the most brilliant minds believed you might play a role in shaping reality. Consciousness as a fundamental force? Today, a few radical scientists propose an even bolder idea. What if consciousness isn't something the universe produces, but something the universe is made of? Think about it. Matter is made of atoms. Atoms are made of particles. Particles behave in ways that seem strangely responsive to observation. Maybe awareness is a fundamental property of existence, like mass or gravity. This idea is called panpsychism. According to panpsychism, everything, from electrons to stars, has some form of proto-consciousness. Not full human-like minds, of course, but tiny building blocks of awareness. Under this view, your brain doesn't create consciousness like a factory. It organizes it, like a radio tuning into signals that were already there. Wild, right? Theories connecting physics and mind. There are several fascinating theories that bridge the gap between mind and matter. Let's look at a few. Orchestrated objective reduction, orchestra theory. Proposed by Sir Roger Penrose, a physicist, and Stuart Hameroff, an anesthesiologist. This theory suggests that quantum processes inside neurons, specifically within structures called microtubules, give rise to consciousness. In short, your brain might be a quantum computer, tapping into the deep, weird layers of reality to create the experience of mind. While controversial orchestra theory tries to explain things like free will, intuition, and the weird timing of brain activity that traditional models struggle with. The Integrated Information Theory, IIT. Another bold idea comes from neuroscientist Giulio Tononi. According to IIT, consciousness corresponds to the degree of information integration in a system. In simple terms, the more a system's parts are interconnected and influence each other, the more conscious it is. Your brain? Hugely integrated, hence deeply conscious. A rock? Not so much. This theory doesn't rely on quantum mechanics, but it suggests that consciousness might be measurable, like a property of complex systems. Can consciousness exist without a brain? Here's a mind-bending question. Could consciousness exist without a biological body at all? If consciousness is fundamental, like panpsychism suggests, then maybe it doesn't need neurons to exist. Maybe entire universes could be conscious in ways we can barely imagine. Some scientists speculate that black holes might have properties resembling a form of cosmic consciousness. Others wonder if the universe itself is a gigantic, self-aware entity, evolving its own understanding over billions of years. It sounds like science fiction, but these are real questions being debated by physicists and philosophers today. And it challenges one of our deepest assumptions, that mind is tied only to brains. Why consciousness matters? You might be wondering, okay, cool theories, but why does this matter? It matters because understanding consciousness could transform everything. Imagine new kinds of computers that operate with true awareness. New approaches to medicine and healing that focus not just on the body, but on the very experience of existence. Deeper connections between humans and machines, humans and nature, and maybe even humans and the cosmos itself. If we discover that consciousness is a basic feature of reality, it would change not only science, but philosophy, spirituality, and even what it means to be alive. Understanding consciousness isn't just a technical challenge. It's a revolution in how we understand ourselves. The final frontier. So, what is consciousness? A complex computation inside your skull? A ripple through quantum fields? A fundamental layer of reality itself? Maybe all of the above. Maybe something beyond anything we can currently imagine. The deeper we dig, the more it seems like the mind and the universe are deeply, strangely intertwined. Physics gave us relativity and quantum mechanics, tools that shattered old ideas about space, time, and matter. Maybe the next revolution will be about mind. If this video blew your mind even a little, you're exactly where you're meant to be. At Curiosity Carnival, we explore the mysteries of existence, one question at a time. Smash that like button if you learned something new. Subscribe if you're ready for more mind-expanding journeys. And comment below, what do you think consciousness really is? Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.